Hi, welcome back to my channel, Sparkling Glue. So glad you're here today. So we have a One Sheet Wonder tag holder, um, which I'll show you. It's really easy and it holds quite a few tags and cards and different things. And so this project was actually inspired by a sweet member of our group, Judy. So she asks, she gives out, I guess she makes tags for the seniors and gives them to them for birthdays and holidays and different things, which is so sweet, Judy. Anyway, she was looking for maybe something, a nice way to hold the tags, to present them or to give them. And I'm not sure if this is exactly what she was looking for. I hope it is. But I thought I came up with a little something that might be easy and she can put a few tags for and give them out and decorate it how she wants. And it has a little closure here, so it'll stay closed. Anyway, so I just thought we could make this together. I do have a cutting guide. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen for you. So we are using 12 by 12 cardstock. But you really don't even have to, but that just makes it the One Sheet Wonder, which everybody loves. But you could use an 8.5 by 11, because if you can see from the cutting guide, that is the largest piece of paper that we use. Anyway, let me get this off the screen if you want to get a screenshot, and we'll go ahead and make one together. It's basically, we're just going to be folding up the bottom to make the pockets and the flaps. So it comes together really quick and easy. And then we can add our tags, and we also have a little booklet, or a little card, I guess. So you could write on this or leave it in there for them to give out. But here, let me put this, and we'll go ahead and bring over the cutting and the scoring board. So I am starting with the 12 by 12. And the first thing we're going to do is cut it at 8.5 by 11. My cardstock, I guess, is somewhat directional. Not really. So I'm not going to worry about it. But if you do have directional cardstock, pay attention to how you're cutting, because you don't want it upside down, or maybe you don't care. Anyway, so we're cutting this at 11, and this leaves us with a little strip. And then go ahead and turn it and go to 8.5. And what this leaves over is for our booklet and some ways to hold our closure down. Like I say, you could use that from scraps or from anything else as well if you don't have 12 by 12. And then you're going to go ahead and just put it on the 11-inch side right here, and you're going to score at 3 and 8. And then just turn it, so now you're on the 8.5-inch side and you're scoring at 2. And that's it. We basically have cut and scored the base. And all you're going to do is go ahead and fold this up to make your pockets, and then decide whatever side you want to show. And then you're also going to fold your two sides. And this cardstock is DCWV I'm using. I'll put in the description, or yeah, the names of them. Or maybe I think I have them out. I can show you in case you want to see. There you go. Okay, so the first one I did is from English Garden, it's called. And the second one is Flower Nook. So just in case you were interested. And all you're going to do to put this together is put glue on the sides of the two pockets down on the outside. And I'm using art glitter glue. And all I'm going to do is from the score line down, just make a strip of glue on both sides. And I'm not putting glue anywhere else. And you don't have to make it very thick, but you definitely want it to hold. And the reason why I'm leaving all of this open is then the tags can move around a little bit. They're not so, you probably fit a little more in here. And then just push down so you get nice creases everywhere. And we made our tag holder. And then on this one, I rounded the corners, which I do like, but that's a preference. If you want to, you don't have to. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'm not going to ink on here because the colors are bright. But if you want to, depending on the paper you're using, do some inking is always fun. All right, so we have that. Now we want to work on, well, the mini card. We could do that first. So it's 5.5 by 3.5. So we already have, this is already 3.5. All you're going to do is put it to your 5.5. And the reason why I picked this number, and you can change this, but this way you can make 2 cards if you want. So that's why I did the 5.5. But if you want it larger or smaller, do, you know, whatever you want, like I said, but this was this way you could make 2. And then what you want to do is you can score it on the 5.5 at 2 3/4, or just simply fold in half, which I think is easier, but up to you. And then the reason why I made this an option is because I'm going to show you we can use this to help make the closure, or you can use scrap paper. So just depending on what you feel like doing. But for our, so we have our little card, and if you want to round the corners on that, and this you can either write on this and make it, you know, the gift card to them, or you can include it in here as a gift for them to send out. And then the closure strip. So it's already 1 inch, and we're going to just cut this one at 5.5. So we have that. And you do have a leftover piece, which you can use to decorate if you want. This is, so for the closure strip, all I'm doing is we're going to glue it to the back and wrap it around the front. And then just fold down wherever you think you're going to want that to be. So for what I did on this one was more, obviously a little more decorated. It's a rectangle, and I glued a circle and a flower stamp and a little heart and a strip. So you could decorate as much as you want. You could put a little cutout card like this. Comes with these little cards. So if you want to just add a cutout card with the saying on the front, which is what I might do with this one, but here is what you have. So if you want to cut a strip out, and I would say a square is probably nice, and I just put 2 by 2, but that's again up to you what you want to do. This one's a rectangle, so I have a square punch here, and I'm really liking my punches. And so I'm just going to make a square with the square punch. And you can then just glue it right here. And I think maybe, so I did that kind of little, let's see what that was. It was 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and maybe that's a little small. Doesn't give the right. But so if you want to cut a bigger piece out behind it and then put a littler square on top, that's kind of pretty. But all you're going to do with your square or your rectangle is you only want to glue it to the flap on the left, and you're going to make it like a pocket. So you're just going to put glue down 3 sides. And this way, the closure strip can just slide right into it to keep it closed. So just put, and whatever size you pick, you definitely want it large enough that this can slide in and out easy. So wherever we're going to put this down, just say right here. And you have your opening here to slide. And then I'm just going to glue this to the back. And when you glue, just place it where you want it, and then only put glue where it's going to glue right to the back of your folio or your pocket holder, tag holder, and it just slid a little. Just glue it down. And then after you do this a few times, it gets easier to slide. And there you go. Okay. And if you leave this a little bit hanging over, it might be easier to slide in for them or for whoever's using it. But once you do it a few times and you make sure that it slides easy, it works pretty well. All right, and then for the back, that's where I was saying if you want to just put a little square back here. On mine here, I did it a little more decorative, up to you, but I'll just put this square. And this really isn't doing much but being a little decorative and adding just some stability to your closure. But this one you're gluing the whole piece down because you don't want, this isn't sliding. So now you have that on the back. And you have, and like I said, it's a little, there you go, your front here. And now you can just go ahead and put whatever you want to gift inside. And this pattern came with some little cutout cards, so I'm just putting them in for now. But obviously she wanted to give, Judy wanted to do tags, so I'm sure that's what she'll include. But there you go. And then, and you have your whole little gift to give out. And, oh, what I wanted to say, these tags I made, it was on another video, and I'll link that below in case you want to see how to do them. But anyway, that's it. We did it. We made our little one sheet wonder, and you do have this strip left that you can, you know, if you want to use it for trim on something, maybe on one of the pockets down here, just depending on what you're doing, or add it to some decoration that you're going to do. And then what, you know, here, we also, I didn't use this, so maybe you want to cut this out and make a littler card. Let's do that. So just whatever you have, and you can make a littler card. We can fold, if you make this a square, we can do it a little envelope. What size is it? It is, let's make it 3 by 3. I'll bring this back over since we're doing this. Let's do 3. I'm just lining it up by 3. Because these envelopes work better when they're square. And just fold it in half. Bring it back down. And because it's littler and the paper's a little thicker, it's harder to fold. And I cut this little piece off. Fold it up, and then all you're going to do is fold one side over and the other side. And this is just one way to do a little envelope, but and then you can tuck it in or glue it, whatever you want. And then this little extra piece, if you want to cut it out, cut it a little smaller, you can glue it on top so it layers your envelope, but you don't have to. It's so small. And then you could just slip this in here as a little extra gift. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get to make it. Thanks again, Judy, for the inspiration. I hope you like it. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.